Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudirayet
Tato Jayamudiraye
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha
Govindaya Namo Namaha
Om Ajnana Timirandhasya
Om Ajnanatimirandasya
Jnananjana Shalakaya
Jnananjana Shalakaya
Chakshurunmilitam Yena
Chakshurunmilitam Yena
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhara
Shri Advaita Gadadhara
Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna. So we all have been studying the Tattva of Prakriti, right?
Well, I've been sick for a very long time, so
I haven't been here since last 4 weeks also, so
Okay.
Srini was taking class.
Yes.
Yeah, but I was told that. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Very good. So
Yeah.
we have studied the Tattva of Atma, Tattva of Karma, and Prakriti, and we wish to study the two remaining, Kala and Ishvara, as per the teachings of Shri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. So when Krishna started speaking Gita, he could have very well just brushed away any sort of communication. He could have just bulldozered Arjuna. He could have just smashed him out of the park and just told, "You foolish idiot, just go and fight." He could have done it. Just have trust in me, go and fight. I'll make you win. Yeah. He could have told that. Which he does in 11th chapter when he shows his Vishwaroop. But he could have done that just right in the beginning. That you're going to win. I have already set the match. Just fight. Just believe in me and trust in me and fight. But Krishna took a very logical, rational, reasonable discussion through the whole, what we celebrate as Bhagavad Gita. Because unless someone is really voluntarily surrendering to Krishna, it really doesn't make sense otherwise. Forceful surrender is just, it just is on a very sentimental, emotional, egoistic plane of existence. If Krishna would have done that, or in general, if Vedic idea was pushing through the throat of other people, then we would be also out there and just keep fighting with, oh, my belief is the best belief. But this is not a belief-based system to begin with. It's a logical, rational, discussion-oriented and conclusive discussion-oriented learning, and something which eventually voluntarily makes one to accept a higher form of existence. So once you understand you are not this body with Atma Tattva, that you are something which is divine, spark of consciousness, eternally living, first you understand that and start living like that. You understand how to perform your activity with the Karma Tattva. Don't be attached to it. Do it, but don't be attached. Don't seek results all the time. Don't be in the doership mentality. You're not the doer. You're just there. All that which matters is the desire. Fix the desire. Everything else will be taken care. Once you understand where you operate, which is Prakriti, and we can actually operate in lower Prakriti or in a higher Prakriti, which is what we have been discussing last few weeks, that lower Prakriti is conditioned by the three modes. There is Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, which basically put everybody shackled in material way of living. And once you transcend the lower modes, you come to live in a plane of existence. Even though you are living here, you will be operating on a different plane of existence. It's a sort of difficult proposal to accept right away, that how is this possible? I'm living here but not here. But it's quite possible. And you can only experience it. And once you start experiencing it, then you'll feel that, oh wow, yeah, this is possible. Like we all know that, like for example, if someone comes away from the house, home, they become homesick. And so all the time, so they are living somewhere else, but then they just keep thinking about, oh, if my mother would have been here now, my father would have been here now, or if I would be with them. And so you can be somewhere and then keep thinking of something else. But we are not talking about just thinking of something else. We are actually telling about you exist in a different plane of existence. Yeah. So how we see outside, it's a reflection of how I wish to see. This Prakriti, which we call as material Prakriti, is operating in a way to bind me because I want to be bound. I want to, as such, I don't want to be bound, but my actions indicate that I want to be bound. So that's the reason I perceive matter and material energy. Is it making sense? So, what is that which binds us? It is our own actions. What is that action triggered with? I am the center of the creation. I need to enjoy. Everything is for my pleasure. I want to control things. I'm the proprietor. I'm the enjoyer. So this is the foundational default defect which all of us have. This is like we are sort of somehow we have adopted this lifestyle.
Is false ego?
Yeah, this is the false ego. We didn't think I'm the enjoyer, I'm the proprietor, I'm the controller. So when I operate with these three as the foundational building blocks of my existence, the Prakriti outside treats me in a different way. Yeah, because I want to supersede, I want to control, and I'll never ever be able to control the Prakriti. So it puts me down. Yeah, not because the Prakriti is some evil out there and is wanting to do something bad to me. I am choosing it like this. And the nature outside is only rewarding or reciprocating the way I want. If I just change that mentality, I am not the enjoyer. I am not the controller. I am not the proprietor. At least I don't want to be. Maybe yes, there is still some, inner motives there, but I don't want to be. So if we rationally come to this conclusion that I can never be the enjoyer, I can never be the proprietor, I can never be the controller. So better not to try to go and be there. Rather, let us live in harmony with that entity who is actually the proprietor, the controller, and the enjoyer. And not in a frustrating way, but in a happy way. If I voluntarily make this switch, this exact same thing will behave different for you. It will uplift you. And you will start living a life which Krishna describes as a life of a Mahatma. So Krishna uses this word Mahatma twice in the Gita. First, he tells, Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate Vasudevaha sarvam iti sa mahatma su durlabhaha. After many births, Bahunam janmanam ante, at the end, that person who is in knowledge actually understands how things are. Jnanavan mam prapadyate, they will surrender to me. Prapatti is you surrender. Take Sharanagati. We'll come to it. Vasudevaha sarvam. This person will understand the entirety of everything is Vasudeva. The all-pervasive nature of Vishnu. Another name of that is Vasudeva, one who is there everywhere. The Paramatma. Sarvam is everything. Sa Mahatma. This person is Mahatma. Sudurlabha. You won't find this on the street. It's very rare. Yeah. That is the first instance of a Mahatma. Second uses in 9th chapter. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritim ashritaha. In 7th chapter, Krishna has already told how a living entity is always under what's called as Maya. It tells, Daivi heshu gunamayi mama maya duratyaya. So that first Maya which Krishna refers to is the material energy, is the Laukika Prakriti. Krishna is telling that that energy which is material is my energy and nobody can cross over. You can try, keep trying to overcome or to conquer and to become bigger than the material energy. You will never succeed. You will always be put down. Our attempts will be always resulting in failure to conquer over nature. You will never be able to do it. Eventually, material energy will make sure that you are subdued. Mama Maya Duratyaya, because it's Krishna's energy. So you want to conquer, you'll be put down. Mameva ye prapadyante. It's the same word again, prapatti. If someone surrenders to Krishna, Maya metam tarantite, they will be easily crossing over this material prakriti, Laukika prakriti. And in the 9th chapter, he's telling, Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakriti mashritaha. So if you are not under the shelter of material energy, you can be under the shelter of the spiritual, divine energy of Krishna right now. You don't need to go somewhere to access this. So right now you can choose which Prakriti you want to operate. The beauty is the moment you start operating in Daivi Prakriti, you will lose taste for the lower thing. You will not do this anymore. So right now here sitting in Den Haag, you can actually start accessing Krishna's higher energy. And you can take shelter of that. Ashritaha. We need ashraya. We don't even recognize this. That is the whole first teaching of Gita. You're sheltered, but you think that you're the doer. Prakritehe kriyamanani gunahi karmani sarvashaha. Every single action is being carried out by the Prakriti. My speaking, you hearing, you sitting here, everything is being taken care by Prakriti. You're not the one who is doing it. So right now we have taken shelter of material Prakriti. And it's facilitating. Even though we want to conquer over, still it's facilitating our existence. This creation is so amazing. Krishna is not a pessimistic, somebody who just wants some other people's suffering. As such, we don't want to surrender to Krishna. Still, we are being taken shelter. There is the Prakriti which is giving us shelter. We could all have been just suffering, but no. There is a nice facility, even though we don't want to take surrender to Krishna. Still, there is a facility. Even though we want to conquer over, still there is a facility provided. And eventually, we'll be put in our place. And that's okay. It's fair. So, right now, also I have taken shelter of material energy even without me acknowledging it, accepting it, or adapting myself to live accordingly. Yeah. This body is awarded by Prakriti. You have not created this. You are not the creator of earth, water, fire, air, ether. It's been given. Who has given? Prakriti has given. It's been given to you. So now we have taken full shelter of it, but we still have our own idea that, no, this is all me. It's mine. It's like me going to Giri's place and telling Giri that, yeah, this TV is mine. This fridge is also mine. All that which you have is all mine. It doesn't make sense at all. I have just visited him. So I can just, maybe if I put the TV on, he will be fine. But if I start taking the TV out and then the fridge out and then I'm taking everything with me, it will be a bit uncomfortable. That he'll be like, Nilambara Prabhu, I thought you're person teaching Gita and all, but what is this nonsense? Right? We can't claim ownership of others' things, isn't it? But then we are doing it already. We claim this is me, but it's not yours. A fool can think that this is mine. This is not yours. If something is yours, truly, you should be able to have it forever. This should be taken away. You will be helplessly dragged out, and this will be taken away. And that's the reality of life. So first we need to understand that right now, even without my acknowledgement, I have taken shelter of a lower Prakriti. And I can switch from there to take shelter of higher Prakriti. And I can become a Mahatma. And for that, I need to surrender to Krishna. And surrender is an active process. It's not just imagination. It's not just emotion. It starts with two fundamental aspects of life. First is you need to start accepting things which are favorable for your spiritual life. Anukulyasya sankalpam. Second, pratikulyasya varjanam. Those which are not favorable, you reject it. This is where spiritual life begins is not just in studying Gita, it's not just in coming to sessions, it's not just in, oh, I also want to be spiritual, just thinking about it. No. Actively do something. That's where surrender starts. And only when you surrender to Vasudeva, Vasudevaha sarvam iti sa mahatma sudurlavaha. And surrender is not just, yeah, I'll bow down. No. Start doing something. So the Shastras tell, anukulyasya sankalpam pratikulyasya varjanam. Start doing things which are favorable and rejecting things which are unfavorable. So what are those things? Like for example, coming to satsang is a favorable activity, so you do it regularly. Not just only that. Every day we need to have a spiritual practice on a day-to-day basis. Just like we all eat, right? 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, whatever number, doesn't matter, you eat. Why? To make sure my body is taken care. Right? I need energy, so I eat. Now for the taking care of my true self, what am I eating? Nothing. So there has to be a spiritual practice every day. Every day. You need to be able to connect with that practice. So you should take out some time. If your mind is fluctuating too much, oscillating, do some pranayama. Let's practice it. Just close your eyes. Let us have deep breathing for a few moments. Thoughts are troubling you, just park them outside. Tell them you'll come back. Let's recite Hare Krishna mantra together very mildly, all of us. Don't run away. Just stick to the pace and mild, not too loud, just enough for you to hear. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. One last time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is a quick practice which you can do anywhere, anytime, anyhow. And we suggest that start making it as a daily habit. Spend some time, 10 minutes perhaps, sit down, Make your mind calm and peaceful and then recite the mantra. That's the first favorable activity which you can start doing every day. Yeah. Second, you need to start studying in our own time Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. The second favorable activity. Right? Why are we discussing this?
Move from normal material nature to higher.
What are these things which I'm describing right now?
The favorable.
Favorable activities.
Two aspects of surrendering.
Because Krishna is telling that we need to surrender. And surrender is not just
Going down.
it's not just intellectual gymnastics. To actually do something about it. Right? So the first thing we discussed, spending some time doing mantra meditation. Yeah? Second is studying Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So you're doing them actively, right? Third, coming to satsang, which you are doing. Yeah. Fourth, you need to live a sattvic life. Yeah. And that's where a bit of second aspects of surrender is covered. Pratikulyasya varjanam. Because to live sattvic life, you need to get rid of rajasic, tamasic life. Yeah. Making sense? Like what you eat, what you hear, what you see, what you consume needs to be sattvic. Then do some seva. These 5 aspects of doing something can start your process of surrender. It's an active process to start it. And eventually, of course, there are other aspects of it, but this is where we start. Once you do these things and once you start living a different life, in terms of living, how you are living right now, that's how you can advance then from, even though you're living, you're not living here in this plane, a different plane. That plane is not temporary. That plane of existence is eternal. Making sense? And then you become a Mahatma. Because you have now taken shelter of a higher Prakriti while living here. The meaning of Mahatma, a great soul.
And that will also take you out of the birth and rebirth cycle eventually.
Once you reach that plane, nothing affects you anymore. Yeah.
We will.
Yeah, you can't die. In other words,
Not be born.
death will not affect you. Yeah. So right now it affects quite a lot. You feel like, oh my God, I'm losing everything. All that which you built is all taken away. In that plane, nothing affects you. Death will be a transformative experience there. Yeah. The Shastras tell of this example that a tiger, the mouth of the tiger is death personified for a rabbit or a deer. Right? You have seen how a tiger attacks its prey, sets, jumps, or running and jumps, catches the neck of the prey, pricks with its sharp teeth, drinks the blood and kills the animal and then eats the flesh. Yeah, this is how it hunts. So it's the mouth, it's the jaw, it's the teeth, which are really causing the other party to just die. Now, the same mouth, the same jaws, the same teeth, and the same other party, but it's not the prey, but they are the cubs of the tiger. They're the small baby tigers. Tiger exactly catches them in the neck. You have seen how the tiger carries the baby's neck. Same mouth, same jaw, same teeth. But for the baby tiger, this is the amazing experience. It's so happy. My mother is carrying me. So a person who is living a transcendental life, death is going to be like this. It's the same situation, but experience is different. Making sense? So for a rabbit, experience is different. The baby tiger experience is different, even though situation is the same. Yeah. So similarly, death is going to come for sure, but it will be a transformative experience for you. You'll be happy. Look forward to it. Okay? Good.
And karma will also be your baggage, previous baggage will also
Everything will be destroyed. The moment you latch on to something higher, all the lower things will go away. Yeah? Entirety of all your karma is washed out.
So is karma also material in nature?
Karma is something which binds you, good or bad way, but will keep you in this sphere of existence. It is not eternal, it's transient in nature, fluctuates. The baggage can become more, less, yeah, and eventually can vanish. Krishna shows you special mercy. So it's not an eternal thing. It is something which it's like the law of nature. It's through karma that you are under the jurisdiction. You can never ever cross. We may think that, yeah, I'll do something, I'll get away from my karma. It's not possible. No matter what you do, you'll be always under the jurisdiction of this law of nature. And can give good results or bad results, but either of them are binding. Yeah. Good. Any other thoughts?
So one question was
Sure.
between Brahman and Prakriti.
Yeah.
Are they interlinked or same or Prakriti?
Yeah, Brahmanda is something which is, so Brahma Anda, the entirety of universe is called as Brahmanda. Right? Brahma and Anda is egg. So the universe is egg shaped. The entirety of universe, if you put together and you see from outside, it looks like an egg with shells. Just like egg has shell, the universe has shells. It has 8 shells. When we see up, we don't see much. This is very limited what we see. Even with the Hubble telescope, whatever, you still see less. They don't know where is the end. As such, we are in a covered space. Yeah? Universe is dark by nature. Because of the existence of sun and other luminaries, there is light. Otherwise, it's as if you're living inside an American football. You've seen this rugby ball, American football? Like, we're living inside that. Yeah? This place is covered. It has 8 shells. The 8 shells of the first 5 or the Panchamahabhutas are the water, fire, air, ether. And there is a layer of mana, buddhi and ahankara. These 8 shells are there, and inside is where we are. So there are 14 planes of existence. We're in the middle. Yeah. So this whole structure is Brahmanda, and this whole thing is material. Yeah.
Okay.
But the beauty is material if we want to be material. If I want to be spiritual, I can also access the spiritual nature inside here.
Then Prakriti, where does it fit in?
Prakriti is that plane which provides you a plane for actions. That's the meaning of Prakriti. It's all Prakriti. It's the plane of action. That's the meaning of Prakriti.
So you can say it's a logical place where you exist to.
Yeah, it is the place where you're doing your actions. Yeah. So either we are doing material actions or spiritual actions. It's up to you. What do you choose? You choose material actions. You are subjected to the laws, which will keep you bound. You don't want to be like that.
And you cannot override Prakriti, you have to be with
You have
it.
to. You will always be under it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you live with it and
Yes.
keep doing your duty.
Yes. So either you are under the shelter of material Prakriti or Daivi Prakriti, divine Prakriti. It's up to you. Which one do you choose? Okay.
What is outside the shell?
Amazing. Outside the shell, there is something called as Karana Sagara. Karana means cause. So it's a huge ocean of water called as Karana Sagara. In that, so we are one ball, American football, one universe. Like this, there are millions of universes. Yeah. So we are in one. Like this, there are unlimited universes. It's a multi-universe concept.
And
Okay.
Atma can be in anywhere, any
You
of the
can go
universe,
anywhere,
right?
yes. It's beyond the matter. So yeah.
I have a question. If you say you have to become a Mahatma, then you die. Then
You don't
go
die.
to the, but
You don't need to die.
But you get rid of this body.
You don't need to.
But in this body, we cannot live forever in this body.
Yeah, for sure. But that's why I said when death comes, you will feel transformative experience. So of course you will not be able to live here forever in this body, but you will not be controlled or you will not be frustrated. You will not be feeling, oh my God, I'm losing everything out with the death. With death, you will get transformed into the next life.
And in the next life, you can stay there forever, or you have to come back in the physical life?
It really doesn't matter.
But do you come back in the physical life?
You could, because see, at the end of the day, people who are wanting liberation, many people speak about mukti, moksha, and all these things. It's a selfish desire. It's not really a pure desire. Because I want to get liberated. Why? I don't want to suffer. It's a selfish thing. The higher state of existence is it really doesn't matter. I'll serve Krishna irrespective. That is the consciousness of somebody who is on the divine Prakriti. They don't really mind. Oh, whatever, doesn't matter. I want to, Krishna, you want me to go and serve here? Oh, I'll go and serve, no problem. I need to take a body for that. Yeah, okay, sure, I'll take, no problem. Yeah. Like all the acharyas, they come, they serve. They are in the body, of course, but they will serve. And so, this idea of mukti is something which is barely understood, like in its real sense. And most of the times, it is selfishly driven. I want to get liberation.
Attached with pain and misery.
Yeah, I don't want to suffer, so I want to get liberation. Why should you get? Right? It's still having this selfish idea that I don't want to suffer. Yeah. The higher consciousness is, I want to serve Krishna. I want to surrender to Krishna and serve Krishna. And it doesn't matter, wherever, doesn't matter. And then you will live in liberation, because ultimately what is liberation? Liberation is, as I said, if things are affecting you, you are bound. If things don't affect you, it really doesn't matter. That's the meaning of liberation. So you live in liberation. Yeah. Situations will keep happening anyways. I'll have diseases, I'll get old, I'll die, whatever. You won't be affected. That is the meaning of liberation. You live in liberation. Not you die and then go somewhere and then liberation. No. You live in liberation. Is it making sense? That your consciousness is so high, all that which is happening here doesn't really affect you at all. You're living, you will go through it, but you will not get affected. Because you are latched onto a higher plane of existence. And that will just keep you moving.
But you also have, you spoke about the Brahman, but you also have, what I read, the Pint, the Ant, and the Brahman. You don't know the Pint, the Ant,
Pind.
and the Brahman.
And so Brahm and you're saying no.
Yeah, that Brahman is above it, lower you have Ant, and then you have Pint. Oh, you never heard of that before?
I don't know what you're referring to. Yeah, but so when I said Brahmanda, it's not Brahman. So Brahma is the Devata of creation, right? So his creation is the universe. That's why it's called as Brahmanda. And it is the creation, where it's Brahma's creation.
Yeah, because actually the Pint is the physical where we are, what I before read about. And the Ant is above it, and then the Brahman comes.
No, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know.
Yeah. Yes.
So, is there any negative thing what can happen there?
Where?
In when you go up, when you surrender to Krishna, is there any negative thing?
No, you don't go up anywhere. You can live here.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So you are living in your consciousness, a higher plane of existence.
Okay.
You don't need to go somewhere. Yeah. This life, you live in a better way, different way. And next life, whatever comes, don't really worry about it. It will come. Based on whatever is supposed to be given for you, you'll be given. But then, you are not attached with anything. You are only thinking about how do I serve Krishna. And in that consciousness, there is no suffering at all. You'll always be happy, eternally.
And when you go to a next body, will you be in another universe or will you?
You
in
could
this
be.
one?
Yeah. That's all possible.
That's all.
I also have a question. So if you use the word better, then you think it's there must be something in layers, right? So something is like if you like the duality, like you know, two things, so one opposite or better, or so. But if we need to be in balance and with the like the gunas and also with it doesn't matter attachment and anything materialistic. Yes. How do you see that in contrast to better, serving better, or of course you do like actions for Krishna, for example, but also here like in this Prakriti universe, how do you see that, or how do you have to like comprehend that?
Yeah, so basically, first thing we need to understand is that right now my consciousness is selfish oriented, and because of which I am put inside the duality.
Yeah.
And when I said serving Krishna is a better proposition, is from the context, not from the duality perspective, but from the perspective that if we are serving our own selfish interest, we are stuck in this cycle. Yeah, stuck. So if there is an opportunity for you to not get stuck, and it's actually a better proposal in terms of what you can do, right? How you can contribute, what exactly is the purpose of your existence. It gets fulfilled when you attain this consciousness of yoga. You're in union with Krishna. So from that perspective, it is better for you, not from the perspective of duality that, oh, there is that better, maybe something else is more better. It's not from that. It's from the perspective that rather than being stuck in this cycle, having no idea what to do with it every time, different lives, is better to understand the purpose of yourself.
and if you see that in contrast to karma, because of course you do some good
Yes.
back,
Yes.
but then you also get uplifted maybe a
Yes.
bit.
Yes.
So it's maybe the ego again, or
Yes.
for
So
part, or
a
not.
good karma will take you to a higher, better enjoyment, which is still under the cycle.
Yes, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's still the ego, right?
It's still you're under the cycle of the repeated
Prakriti.
lives. So that's the reason we should not be just get stuck with good karma.
But is that why we have these gunas all that be balanced, or? But how do
So
you
you
do
need to
it?
transcend the gunas.
So how do you? So if you do these steps,
Yes.
for example, this is
So
start.
you start with it.
It's a start, right?
It's a start. Yes.
But how do you?
And eventually you will understand your own purpose of what you are, who you are. And that's when you truly transcend.
Sorry, am I
But-
had
but-
not impulse?
Sure, yes.
But are also divined in this material world?
Yes.
Or finding out what you are is also bound to this material world.
Not necessarily, right? Because as I said, you can access Daivi Prakriti right here. You don't need to go somewhere else. You don't need to necessarily cross the shells of the universe to go and access the Daivi Prakriti. You can access here.
Yes, but this is the material world.
Yes, but then that's
There's-
how you are perceiving, so it's reacting like that. If you understand the spiritual nature of it and you serve Krishna, even here you can access Krishna. You can serve Krishna, you can surrender to Krishna, and you are living as such in a physical plane right now here, but consciousness wise, you are operating in a different realm. Okay? Good. Yes, Gil, I'll come back to you.
You mentioned death is transformative for somebody who has reached that higher plane, and you also mentioned that you can live a liberated life.
Yes.
So I don't understand how the death is transformative. For
Yeah, because still, even though you're accessing Krishna, and still, there is a physical limitation right now. Right? There is still, I'm still conditioned. Yes, I can transcend, but still, on a reality which is there, I'm still in the body. And for someone who is undergoing death, then will be basically you're looking forward to something which is it's the next opportunity to serve. Right? You will not be like, so from my point was that usually people are afraid of death, right? Because it's unknown. Anything which is unknown makes people fearful. You just don't know what's going to happen next. But if you know already, I'm not saying that you don't need to take birth again. You may take birth again, but then you are looking forward to it because your consciousness is not stuck with, oh, I don't know what's going to happen, or I need to suffer again. Or you look forward to the service in that existence then. It's like somebody who is living in a rental apartment is going to one's own house. Yeah, it's a change. But then you're excited, or it's going to be a better opportunity, and so of course change is there, but then you're not afraid of it. People in general get really fuzzy, get really negatively pulled the moment the concept of death is there. Like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen next. Yeah. And in most certain cases, we'll be just thrown into different existence based on our own karma, which we have no idea where it is leading. We're not really choosing. Yes.
So for somebody who is materially attached, death is not necessarily a positive transformation.
It is going to be a disaster. Yeah, because you have no idea like, where you're going next, and where's the next house. Have no idea. It's like somebody just comes, drags you out of it. Right? Imagine somebody just comes right now, very powerful, just drags you out and just dragging you away. That's it, and just throws you somewhere where you don't know any of these people anymore. You even forget who these people were, and you just put in a different circumstance altogether. And you can't come back anymore. This is it, done. And that's death. Yeah, it's a terrible experience for a jivatma. Terrible. But then, unfortunately, we forget. That's how we are. The mind is very agile. It gets conditioned like very, very quickly. We all have experienced during COVID, entire world we were wearing masks right away. And we just got conditioned with it. No problem. Okay, fine. I'll wear masks. Right? It's not natural, but if that's how I should live, okay, I'll live. No problem. Isn't it? So you maintain distance, okay, fine, no problem. I'll maintain distance. The beginning, when the COVID first few months, people were freaking out. My God, like people were really freaking out. I used to have online sessions, 60, 70, 80 people used to join every day. Right? And then slowly that 80 became like 40, 30, 20, 5. I stopped eventually. Nobody used to come. Because people just got used to it. Okay, fine, I'll just live. No problem. COVID, fine, no problem. Okay. We just make our lives comfortable. Doesn't matter how bad it is. So eventually we adjust. Right? So, but then you try again. And then again there is a terrible experience. So, yeah, somebody who is material, yeah, it's really a terrible thing to go through death and rebirth. But it's going to happen anyways. But for somebody who is spiritual, it's going to be because you are not as such worried about what's next. I don't know. Okay. Yes.
I wanted to come back to what you said at the beginning. If you are neither the creator or the controller or the proprietor of any achievements we make, and we maybe should be at peace with the idea that this has been awarded to us by the external factors.
Yes.
What is the sense and what is the purpose of making any scientific discoveries, like in the realms of physics, chemistry, biology, space travel, space exploration, those kind of things? Because, like, if it's not anything we do, like, why are we doing those kind of things? Basically?
See, all these things, they have a common denominator that the man is wanting to try. Somehow or the other, try to figure out what's behind all these things. Right? What's the source of creation? How exactly everything is functioning, and to figure out what is life. Now that's fine. And that's what we tell, you should be scientifically oriented. You should ask the question. The methods is where you have a little bit of difficulty to accept whatever is going on is the only way, right? They think that's the only way. But we just have a different proposal. Question is good. That's what we all say as well. You should be inquisitive. Be inquisitive beyond the superficial enjoyment of life. But then method is not just with instruments. That's not the only experiment which you can run. You can run better experiments by being a yogi. Yeah. You will figure out better answers. It's not only with the instruments. The instruments will fall apart anyways. Even if you process with all the instruments, at the end of the day, your eyes, ears have limitations. You can't really confine the infinity with your limited understanding of whatever you can capture with your senses. Yeah. So our proposal is, sure, no problem, go ahead, keep doing it, but then at the same time be a yogi. Yeah. So you should definitely hear from people like Carl Sagan. He was a big astrophysicist, somebody who is really great, and someone who actually gets truly deep insight. And if they also come across the teachings of the Vedas, they will really be fascinated, because these are discovered thousands of years ago, which matches with how scientists are figuring out now. Right? So there must be something which is there. But these Vedic scientists were not doing experiments with instruments. They were doing experiments inside. All our rishis were scientists inside. So
Yeah, so they are not mutually exclusive things.
They're not at all.
At all.
We are scientific, absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
also. So, because for mankind we do tests and science and
Yes.
to evolve, or like if you see the goal settings of for human nature, maybe extend life, live healthy. So that's also what the Gita says. But then it's all based on this material world, of course, right? But what is then the point if it's all about the ego again, like the
Yes.
like the extending life, life or
Yeah.
getting comfortable,
Yes.
my own life, not
Yes.
looking at others like the third world, living
Yeah.
in poverty or whatever. So these kind of, or getting enough, maybe for some people money, for some people maybe like this good feeling,
Yes.
like. But what is then the purpose of this all? Yeah.
Yeah, it's right now it's selfish ego.
That's the
People
thing.
want to just in the name of whatever they want to just put down some other people and then raise themselves up. But what to do? It's what it is.
If you look on a broader scale, it's like innovation, like we innovate, like I was born without the internet. Now there's internet, like these kind of things. So then it makes our life comfortable,
Yeah.
but it doesn't add up on the spiritual level.
Yeah.
But we're still doing this, or maybe extend our own health and lives, and
Yes.
maybe not even thinking about others.
Yeah.
But why? What is then the goal setting? If it comes back like things like money,
Yes.
or like the material things, like, and also the gap between rich or poor, or
Yes.
comfortable and uncomfortable, or sickness and health, and duality again.
Yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunate how we all work as a humanity, but that's what we are trying. We are trying to uplift the consciousness so that at least some sanity will prevail at the end of the day, perhaps. Maybe in some people's lives, if not in everyone's. So that's our wish. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Related to yogi and the signs we were talking about. So obviously I've seen a lot of videos where we say Jeshta. So 5,000 years ago we knew that Earth was round, and Jeshta is like one of the biggest, largest planet in Earth. Then Arundhati Roy, there is a very nice video for
Yes.
which is there. So all these were yogis, and how they did without instrument is by meditation,
Yes.
and that's how they would go there and see it by their own eyes.
Yes.
So it has to be true.
Yes.
And that's the argument what we were discussing. With instrument it may fall down,
Yes.
but when you are there, you are seeing it, it has
Yes.
to be true.
Yep.
So a lot of things are there, like Bhugol,
Yes.
Jagat,
Yes.
Jeshta, Arundhati Roy, lot of religious activities are also attached to them.
Yes.
So these were there for 5,000 years ago or more,
Yes.
Vedic time period,
Yes.
which is phenomenal.
Yes.
So everything is like kind of stitched together.
Yes.
So science and spirituality, they go together.
Yes. It's unfortunately, the way the modern science is an offshoot of Roman Catholicism.
So that is
Right.
like you're proving theories and
So
experiments.
somehow it originated with this idea that religion is dogma, religion means belief, and science is rationality. And they didn't have the access to Vedic knowledge. If they would have understood Vedic knowledge is scientific because it is not dogma, it is not based on beliefs, it's based on rational intellectual discussions. And it is something which is divine within your own heart. So, and the real tragedy is Hinduism also has become one of the other faiths in the world now. So there is all the faiths, and Hinduism is another faith. It's not really a faith. It's not really a belief system. It's truly different. It's basically science. From beginning to end, it is science. It's the questioning ability, it's the rational exploration, And unfortunately, we have just become one more faith. People, somebody else believes in one God, you believe in thousands of gods. That's the only difference. It's craziness. No, that's not how it is. Yeah.
There are many things also like 108, why do you chant? Or
Yeah, I mean,
the
everything has a
golden number,
reason.
The golden figure.
Yes, everything has reason. Unfortunately, we have come far away from it. We have somehow accepted a reality wherein,
Only
we
the
are also
Western
one
world
more.
once proves with experiment, then it is
Yeah.
marked as true and
Yeah.
discovered.
Anyway,
Strange.
good. Clear?
Yes.
So you have a task to do then. Next week, I want to know if you're able to do these things on a daily basis.
Mantra.
Mantra, chanting,
Chanting, breathing, seva,
Gita.
satsang, and reading Bhagavad Gita.
Okay.
Sattvic life.
Sattvic life. Please let me know next week how it's going. Yeah. Put some efforts to live like this. And if you have difficulty, just come and tell and we can discuss. Okay? Thank you so much.
One more
Yes.
thing?
Yeah.
Can you chant any mantra or one?
Hare Krishna mantra is recommended because this is the specific mantra for this age. There are thousands, millions of mantras. They're all good. But Hare Krishna mantra is very special. Because in general, when you recite a mantra, you need to get what's called as diksha. You need to get an authority to give you the mantra. But Hare Krishna mantra is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for everybody. Anybody can chant it. Yeah. That's one thing. Second is, this is the syllabus for this age. By reciting Hare Krishna mantra, you're actually connecting with Krishna straight. Third, it is beyond any material motivation. There is no asking in this mantra. Give me this, give me that, whatever. It's purely reciting the names of Krishna, which is really on a transcendental plane. And the name of Krishna is non-different from Krishna himself. The name of Rama is non-different from Rama himself. So when you connect with Krishna and Rama, you actually associate with them, with the mantra. So that gives you the highest possible realizations of actually being with Rama and Krishna when you recite, if you're pure enough. Okay? And the mantra also will purify your heart in the process. Okay? Good. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
See you all next week.